Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project and Magnetic Reversal News, bringing you a grand solar minimum update November 4th, Monday at midnight, 2019. The newest GFS models just finished parsing, and they're showing a heavy snow event in South Carolina into Georgia. This is in November to remember. And as predicted, the Northeast will bear the brunt of the coming grand solar minimum as they get buried before winter even is a month away. Sheveluch erupting to over 5 miles, coming in at 33,000 feet. Puffing to 33,000 after 31,000. Keep calm, it's boom time. Arctic chill blasts east, bringing early dose of winter and record cold. How cold? 3 more rounds of cold air to leave central eastern U.S. shivering into mid-November. That's a trifecta of cold. Al's in his hole, and it's really cold. I'd play this video, but it is horrendous. 3 more rounds of cold air will sweep across the central and eastern U.S. over the next week. Tweak! The second blast of cold air arriving mid to late week will be the strongest and most widespread. November 2018, by the way, was also colder than average from the plains to the east. Here's the cold pattern ahead for November. Upper flow to bring strong cold fronts and chilly nickas. Can I get this bigger? I don't even know how to do that. There it is. Look at that. There's a big thermometer up here in the upper Midwest. I've never seen that. That could be devastating. The first round of cold air will most likely be confined to the northern plains and upper Midwest, the Great Lakes, the northern tier. Highs will be between 5 and 15 degrees below average in those regions Monday and Tuesday. And this translates to afternoon temperatures in the 30s and 40s. And that is your lose day, Tuesday. Take a look at Minneapolis. 35 degrees on Tuesday, 34 on Wednesday. Bismarck, 35 on Tuesday, which is your lose day because 25 is Wednesday. Billings, 50 on Tuesday. It's almost like summer. And then 25 is your bummer on Wednesday. Hello. Rapid City, 52 Tuesday, 25 Wednesday. St. Louis, Cincinnati, Kansas City, all in the mid or lower 50s, which doesn't mean much. But here's your forecast morning lows. Take a look at these numbers. It's not that cold. Another cold shot's coming Thursday. Look at this, and it's like a jiffy. I didn't even know that. Holy crap-a-roly. This thing is just blowing up Jeff all over your Smith. I hope I still have my audio on. Look at the cold sweeping towards Florida. And they're hoping for it. My goodness, it's been hot down there. The second round of cold air will be stronger than the first. High and low temperatures will be between 10 and 25 degrees below average when the cold air mass arrives. Afternoon highs will be stuck in the 20s in the northern Rockies and northern plains Wednesday, then stuck in the 20s in the upper Midwest and northern Great Lakes Thursday and Friday. Right before Saturday, the Northeast will hold in the 30s Friday afternoon while the Mid-Atlantic struggles to rise out of the 40s. Those are a lot of numbers, but they mean your knickers will be in a bunch and it'll be chilly. Record-breaking colds in dozens, if not hundreds of cities. Low temps will also bring cold during the second blast of the cold air. Lows in the teens are likely in the northern plains and upper Midwest, northern Great Lakes Thursday and Friday mornings. Temperatures will dip into the 20s overnight as far south as the Texas Panhandle on Friday. Oh my God, I can't wait to report on that. That's like 5 days away. While Rex Bear, Alien Allen, and I will be on a private tour at Mesa Prieta, with the highs expected to be 63. 20 stretching into Arkansas, Tennessee, and North Carolina by Saturday. The Northeast and Mid-Atlantic will be in the 20s Saturday morning. Much of the South will dip into the 30s, and iguanas may fall from trees. Some upper 40s are possible in North Florida. Hello. That's a weather forecast to remember. This cold air mass won't set many record lows, but a few record cold highs are possible in the mid-Atlantic and Northeast Friday and Saturday. There's a chance that some moisture from a storm system in the south could overlap with this cold air and maybe bring a tippy touch of snow to South Carolina. October goes out with a brrr, brrr, record cold in San Diego and a global warming sunset. Steamboat Springs, Steamboat, Colorado. Snowplows start one of the earliest snow removals on record. You know how they do it? They just start. Hello. Plow trucks busy clearing snow off the streets in downtown Steamboat Springs in 2017 is nothing compared to the snow they have now. The snowman, snow shovel, and snowplow season has kicked off early in Routt County. All the snow means Steamboat Springs city snowplows have already started hitting the streets. Yes. Record cold, abnormally dry in October. We're talking about the banana belt here where most of the fruit is grown in Colorado, Grand Junction and region. October was cold. It was so cold Grand Junction set the new record for the lowest low, lowest high, and lowest average temp ever for the month of October since the National Weather Service began tracking local stats. The average temperature was close to 7 degrees below normal, which is pretty anomalous, given the fact that most of the citizens of the state are paying extra taxes for global warming. National Weather Service meteorologist Chris Sanders said, when you get close to a 10-degree departure, that's when you start to see a lot of records being broken. Now, according to these in Grand Junction, they set a new record low of 6 degrees in October, beating the previous record of 16 set back in 1917 by 10. We crushed the record here by 12 degrees on that day. The lowest high temperature was set on October 30th at 29 degrees, and the average temperature just 46.6 degrees for the month, 6.6 degrees below average. That's cold. All eyes on possible storm that could bring snow to New England again and again and again and again, starting now. Perfect storm cuts Red River Valley fresh potato crop. We're talking 50% losses. Now, this region gave us all of those delicious new potatoes, some call Red Bliss. But the perfect storm of heavy rains followed by freezing cold weather will cut yields for the Red River Valley fresh potato crop in North Dakota and Minnesota by nearly half. Potato harvest in the Red River Valley was all but shut down on Halloween. Spooky, said Ted Kreis, Marketing and Communications Director from the East Grand Forks, Minnesota-based North Plain Potato Growers Association. We've had several days of freezing temps, probably taking care of anything that's left out there, he said, on spooky Halloween. Industry estimates project the region may lose half of the fresh crop. Now, this is significant because the Red River Valley accounted for 25% of the U.S. red potato production for the country last year. 25%. So Christ said the shortfall from the Red River Valley will push red potato prices much higher across the country. In fact, the U.S. Department of Agriculture reported a 50-pound carton of the rounds red size B potatoes were $23 to $25.50 on Halloween, which was spooky because it was up more than $14.50 to $16 per carton the same time a year ago. That's like bank. And that's tonight's first bank boom of food shortage. You get rich while we all starve. Oh, goodness. Did you hear about the storm? Let's check the GFS models. Yes, Michigan and Wisconsin are going to get snow after snow after snow until it ain't so. Any farmer in that region hoping to harvest any crop that was laying in the field is kidding themselves. But I want to draw your attention to the Northeast with the beast from the east and the schmeast of the least. With this Canadian weather here and the eastern half of the Craton being buried in snow, it's going to be blowing cold air over the Northeast all fall, all winter, all the time. Are you picking it up? Toxic smog forces flight cancellations, diversions, and delays as worst air pollution this year hits Delhi. Not the Delhi in your local neighborhood, but New Delhi. In fact, pollution has reached unbearable levels, where even if you dress up nice and you drink too much beer, you still have to wear a mask. And a belt for that matter, for Christ's sake. You got to hold that thing up. Green light. Do not breathe. Toxic smog forced dozens of flights to Delhi to be canceled, diverted, or delayed as the Indian city recorded its worst level of air pollution so far ever this year. Authorities have already declared public health emergencies and ordered the closure of schools. But the air quality deterioration even further on Sunday, forcing the flight cancellations because of poor visibility. Sensors across the central region recorded an air quality index of well over 900, far higher than the severe plus emergency level of 500. Yeah, that's double. So that's double severe plus emergency, which means you're totally fluxed. Roads were almost deserted as large numbers of people stayed home, taped their shit closed, and prayed that they wouldn't die from suffocation from globalism. Now, the noxious atmosphere outside. Doctors reported a spike in patients with respiratory problems, insanity, and stabbing their eyes out with butter knives. 2 airlines, Vistara and SpiceJet, had hookers aboard, and people were willing to pay extra to breathe the fresh air. But it still smelled a little bit like strawberry air freshener, which was odd. And passengers were warned that several flights had been diverted to Mumbai or Amritsar due to poor visibility, which was good because most of the hookers were overweight and had cellulite, certain people said. Hello. I can't believe I said that. I apologize. I regret every single word I just spoke. I'm sick. Well, actually, I'm gifted. KP has been 0 for almost the past 2 days, with a slight respite popping up here just about 24 hours ago for 9 hours. And just now, we're kicking up back to KP1. I've gotten reports of people that have suffered from stroke in the last 48 hours. Our prayers go to them. Let's check out the sun. It'll be fun. There are no coronal holes visible. And I want you to watch this region here that I'm circling like a maniac. Boom! There's a sunspot that just exploded on the equatorial region. Now, I don't know if you know what that means, but I'm going to float right over there. This spot, well, this spot implores us to realize that we're still in cycle 24. And this spot, which got many people excited that we're going into cycle 25. I can't wait. I'm going to be the first. I'm going to tell everyone first that we're in cycle 25. We're in cycle 25. We're the first. I'm the first to notice this big bright spot here. I did it. This spot was barely a flart of a shart of a spot, and it's gone. And it's going away. But the explosive nature of this spot allows me to smoke more pot. Watch this baby blow up from nothing, right on the equator. Now, if you've been watching this channel for a while, what we're looking for is the equatorial endgame, the null zone, the 0 point. And I shared with you a paper a few months ago that says that the flexure point of major minima cycles, like 24 to 25, could result in an equatorial explosion of activity in this region. A region of the sun which had no spots. Watch it. And then boom. Watch that baby light up. I once dated a girl like that. Nothing to see in the south. Now, this spot is warning us that within a year, cycle 25 could start. And I will concur with that. This is a negative polarity spot, which is only a spot that will be in the butterfly diagram for cycle 25. But there could be a 1 to 3 year lag until that starts. And the first of these was just about a few months ago. Very insignificant and shut right down, just like this one. The equatorial region, we'll be waiting for a terminator event, is what they call it. A terminator event. Like Arnold said, remember when I told you I would kill you first? I lied. Or did he say last? That's pretty significant, isn't it? Seismic update. My face is too big. Let's get it down to size. Shrink that ego. Help that old lady across the street. No quakes of note. Everything is seismically normal worldwide. Now, Sheveluch is another matter. We go back into the record, we can see on November 3rd, it was exploding to 31,000 feet, followed by explosive activity continuing to 33,000 feet. A volcanic ash plume that rose up to an estimated 6+ miles in altitude. There is still observed ash in imagery hours later. 6 hours later, boom! It's like still there, like swimwear. And we have the latest K-vert image right there, where you can see the upper atmosphere here completely choked out with whatever that thing just shot out. That's live. Links below. Now, not only that, but we are dab worthy tonight, and we're going in. We're going deep. And it's silent. Maybe, yes. Maybe I'll just pull this out and check the read here. That is our Sakurajima mantra. And we'll just run it through real quick. Watch this, baby. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Ba 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 ba. Oh, something else happened there. Amazing. Give him a thumbs up over there at Sakurajima Central. Volcano YT. Worldwide volcano news update. Ibico. Popo puffing to 21,000. But no other quakes of note except Sheveluch at 33,000. That's the winner. Helpful tips to combat those seasonal blues. Now, if you know what I'm talking about, it's seasonal affective disorder. Winter is coming, and it's a long way away, but it's already started in earnest across North America and the Northern Hemisphere. The phrase that may stir up bad memories of the final season of Game of Thrones, which I've never watched an episode of, but there's a greater risk with the changing seasons, and it's called SAD, seasonal affective disorder. The days are getting shorter with a fall in full swing and snow falling deeper than it ever has across many states and regions, while people in Miami are burning up, wondering what we're talking about. They'll soon be washed away by a tsunami of death. Anyway, as daylight savings time comes to an end and the darker, shorter days of winter begins just 12 hours ago, or whenever that was, yet whenever we woke up, we were fluxed. We had lost an hour. The sun was dying, and the sun was also dying at the same time. Now, there's many things you can do. Smart homes is not one of them, and that's what they start with. They say that you can take your smart home and let the government spy on you and tell you how to get better sleep and all this other dumb shit. But that's just bunk. Light therapy boxes have been around forever. These are lights that you can use that mimic the sun to give you vitamin D and stuff. So if you're a recluse, you can actually pretend that you went outside without ever having gone there. Weighted blankets. Now, Leah just brought this up to me today, and it's totally serendipitous, if not a coincidence, and there are none, that I pulled this article up just hours after she spoke to me about it. And I've never even heard of these. So the first time in my life that I ever heard about them was from Leah, and 3 hours later I was reading an article about them, and I was like, I wonder if there's something to these weighted blankets. Now, a good night's rest can be critical to good health. Many papers have been coming out in the last 3 weeks that are connecting Alzheimer's to people who do not get REM sleep or good sleep. People with dementia and early onset dementia are people that are insomniacs. And this is bad because many of my friends are insomniacs. And I would prefer for them to be healthy and happy in the future rather than experiencing cognitive diminution. Now, a good night's sleep can be critical to good health, and weighted blankets have been growing in popularity for people with insomnia and anxiety. And a paper came out in Harvard's Woman Health Watch, which we're going to share with you, because I believe that females are different than males completely, and they sleep different. So, anxiety and stress weighted heavily at night. A new blanket might help. I'll leave you links to that. But let's get back to the article. After struggling with insomnia, I was looking for a natural sleep solution. And through my research, I came across the medical science of putting weight on the body, which can help people sleep better in a natural way. Now, this is coming from Catherine Ham, CEO and founder of weighted blanket company Preparedness, told CNN. I don't even know what that means. I found that weighted blankets have been around for more than 60 years now. Well, they've probably been around for 6,000 years, but you're too small-minded to anyway. But they've been around for 60 years in this modern society. And studies have found that feeling of weight on the body reduces stress and anxiety levels and give users the deepest, most restful sleep. Just like chicks under the chicken, ducks under the duck, and all babies that are being crushed, like piglets and any other animal. Same shit. Hello. Can we get all back to basics? Now, Ham points out a study published in Harvard Women's Health that we're going to share with you. Boom. Which delves into how weighted blankets have been used to provide benefits for people with insomnia and anxiety for decades. It's just becoming a fad. And the study highlights how a weighted blanket basically simulates a comforting hug forever, the whole time you're sleeping, in theory helping to calm and settle the nervous system, Ham says. I believe it. I believe it when I see it. Researchers want to pay people thousands of dollars to be injected with the flu. Well, if you're that poor and you're that stupid, go for it. That's all I got to say about that. Aborted fetal cells used as food flavor enhancers. If you're drinking Pepsi, you're drinking fetal matter. It's delicious. Many other companies use these products. Now, Cenomix and other products similar mimic and, well, do your own research and you come to your own conclusions. But all Pepsi soft drinks, Sierra Mist, Mountain Dew, Mug Root Beer, Ocean Spray, Seattle's Best Coffee, Tazo beverages, Amp Energy Bevs, Aquafina Water, Aquafina Flavored Bevs, Double Shot Energy Bevs, Frappuccino, Lipton Tea, Propel Beverages, Sobe Beverages, Gatorade, Fiesta Miranda, and Tropical Juices and Beverages, Tropicana, all contain flavor enhancers. Ew. Now, it's winter, and we've added some important products to our preparedness store to Amazon. Links will be below, and they will also be in the comments, because many of you don't even know what the description box is yet, because you're too fearful to ask someone where that could possibly be, which includes all the links to every single article I've ever shown since the very first show. Over 15,000 people click on these links every 30 days based on our Bitly account. I would not spend hours putting these links up if people didn't click on them. That's why I started a Bitly account, so I know you're actually clicking. Keep clicking. Keep sharing. Keep loving the wounded. Now, I put these products in here for Alien Alan because he was looking for a portable device to heat a small, tiny house that was safe. And so we've put all the little buddy heaters that allow you to use 10 and 20 pound propane tanks to heat a small area instantly. I mean, it's faster than a fire, and it's safer than ever if you use these filters. So I did this for Alan. It's all for you, Alan. Get it while it's good. I put multiple versions of the same product so you can make your own choices on which company you want to buy from and how many BTUs you need. I got a 6-pack here of Mr. Heater 3800 BTU indoor portable little buddies. If you have like a fishing camp with 6 cabins, you don't know how to get warm, boom, you did it. You supported the channel at the same time. Now you're going to need 12-foot big buddy hoses with regulators if you're going to have the tank outside and the heater in your little tiny house. So remember to buy the accessories that you need, including the air scrubber. It's like $8. Every couple months you put a new one of these in. It's a universal fuel filter to scrub out the nasties. That's all I'll say on that. Thank you to all our one-time donors, all our new-time Patreons, all of you that listen to the channel, even the people that bitch that I scream too much. This was the quietest show I've ever done. It's all for you. And you only get one. So share this one video with all your lame friends. I'm just talking to the people who don't like screaming. The rest of you share this with all the pricks and all the charlatans and all the people you love. Keep coming back. We got more. We're about to go on a private tour. And Al Gore's a whore. Proper prior planning prevents piss poor performance. There's one thing I know, and it's I don't know shit yet.